Welcome to the last part of this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are looking at the data visualization. You're going to learn how to do this. And also, if you're just joining us on this journey, we've looked at data analysis where we use pivot table to analyze the data because we had some business questions. And we also looked at data cleaning where we did some cleaning. So we've got two videos already on board. So if you're just joining us, do well to go through the two videos. The data set is in the description for you to follow along as we go. So let's get into today's class. But before we get into today's class, please do well to follow, like, and share this video so that you can be helping a beginner out there. So let's get started. So first thing we want to do is these four items here: the disease count, the treatment types, the patients, and the recovered are the callouts. They're going to be the callout values. What I mean by the callout values, they are going to be these items here by the left. So but I want to do the graphs first, so let's get into it. So these are the graphs. So for the how does smoking status impact the lungs? So let's just convert this to percentage. So I want to use pie chart for this. So I want to convert it to percentage. So to convert to percentage, just right click on the grand total. Now we are looking for show value as percentage of grand total. So you click on it. So it's going to give you in percentage. So we're going to analyze this on charts. So we're going to do this on charts. So you just click on the pivot table you want to represent on chart. Go to up here, pivot table analyze, and you go to pivot charts. You can see it's giving you recommended charts. So you can look for the one you want. So I want to represent this one with the pie chart. So I click on the pie chart and I click OK. So this is my pie chart. So let me format it a bit. So I want to make the numbers, the percentage come up outboard, like that is the data label. So I take my data label. So I want it to be data labeled. I want the chart to be data labeled, but I want it to be outside end. Or let's do data callout. So I want data callout. That means the value and what is representing. So we click on it. I don't want the chart title, so I will take the chart title. So since it's already labeled, there's no need to have the legend. These items here are called the legend. So I untick the legend, and that is it for that side. I don't want this count of smoking status, so I right click that, then I click on hide all field buttons on charts. So it's not as if you're deleting that, you're just hiding it. So when you're done, you put it on a clean sheet. So let's pick a sheet and let's name this sheet visual. So to name your sheet, just double click below here and we type visual. So this is our visual. So let's go pick, we pick the item. So let's cut that. So we're going to pick it. So we're cutting it because we don't want it to be here. We'll go to visual and we drop it. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to bring all your charts together here before you start arranging. So for the next one, this says lung disease pertaining to age group. Next, same thing, click inside, go to pivot table analyze, go to pivot charts. As you can see, it's giving you preview. So these are the preview. So you pick the charts that you want. For this one, I'm going with the column charts. So if I'm good with the column chart, I click OK. So this is my column charts. For this one, I am not going to remove the legend. The items here are called the legend because if I do a call out like this, let me show you data labels. If I do a call out, can see how clumsy it is. The numbers are so clumsy. So I'll take out the data labels. I want it to be as clear as possible. So the next thing I'm going to do, does it have a chart title? No. So I'm going to take out these items here, the count of disease type and the age group. And to do that, you right click and you hide all field buttons. You can see. So if I'm good with this chart now, I'm going to cut it. Cutting it means you're taking it off this page, you go to your visual and you drop it there. So next thing, we go back to our pivot, the next item. So for this one, I don't want the grand total, so I'm going to highlight the place I want the chart. So I just want charts for the treatment types and the recovery numbers. So I just highlight it, then I go to pivot table analyze, then I go to pivot charts, and these are the items. For this one, I will go with the bar chart. So as you can see, the bar chart is not organized. So I want it to be in descending order. I want the longest one to be on top. So what I'm going to do is, let me cancel that. So I'm going to sort. So to sort, we'll go to our row label here, this button here. Let me increase it again so that we can see it properly. So go to the row label here. If you click on it, we want to sort now so that the charts will be in descending order. So but we're going to sort by ascending. So more sort option, you want to sort by ascending. You're going to see why I'm sorting by ascending on the pivot. Then you want to pick count of recovered. So ascending, count of recovered, and you click OK. So now it's going from smallest to biggest. Now let's see when we put this on the chart how it's going to look like. So highlight it, go to pivot table analyze, pivot charts, and let's go to bar charts. You see the bar chart now. So when the pivot table is in ascending order, the chart is in descending order. So hope that makes sense. I like the bar chart. I click OK. Then we'll try to format this. So to format it, click on the plus sign by the side there. So let's put some data labels in here. So because we already have the call out, there's no need to do the call out again. So we'll just do data labels. We'll take out the legend. Let's take out the grid lines too. And so since we already have the call out here, let's take out the buttons down here, the 200, 400, because it already has the figures in front of each item. So we don't need this down part. So we go to axis. I think this is vertical. No, that's horizontal. So as you can see, it starts taking that one out. So the next thing is take out the chart title because we don't need it. We're going to create our own chart title, and that is all for here. And to remove the count of recovered, just right click and go to hide all field buttons on charts. Because the more things you remove, the more wider your chart is going to be. You want to make your charts easy to read, easy to interpret. So we just have to move the unnecessary stuff that's on the charts. So next you want to cut that out, take it entirely from there, and you paste it here to when you're ready to organize your charts. And the next one and the last one, which is this one, same thing. We don't want the grand total, so we're going to highlight these two columns and go to pivot table analyze up here, and we go to pivot charts, and then we go to bar charts because we're going to be using bar charts. Same thing for this one. So let's sort now. So we cancel. Hope you remember how to sort. Go to the button in front of your row labels, click on it, go to more sort option. Remember, we are sorting by ascending order, and then count of recovered, and click OK. Now it has sorted. Now let's bring in the chart again. So we highlight, pivot table analyze, pivot charts, and let's do bar charts. So you see the preview. So you can see that 26 to 25 has the highest recovery rate, which is what we want. We click OK because we're happy with that. Let's make this chart bigger by removing all the unnecessary stuff. So first of all, let's bring out the callouts. Remember our plus sign here. So let's do the data labels, and that's okay for the data labels. So now we take out the primary horizontal, go to axis, untick the primary horizontal. It takes that underneath. Now let's take out the what's it called, the legend, because we don't need it, because everything here is yes, so we don't need the legend. So take out the legend. So that's it. Next thing is take out the title, because we're going to create our own title. That's good. So next thing is we want to take out this age group and count of recovered by hiding it. Right click on it, hide all field buttons on charts. Now your chart is better, it's clear, easy to understand and read. So when you're done with that, let's cut that and we take it to visual. So we paste that. So we're going to work with this. When the chart is ready, we're going to bring in these callout values, the 4 callout values, and we're going to do our slicer. So let's start organizing our chart. So first thing I want to do is you want to bring the objects. Now let me just show you what I mean by the objects. You need to start designing. First of all, you need to think about the colors that you want to use. So for me, I love orange, so I go with orange. So before you start organizing your dashboard, maybe you can go on online, or you can just scribble it on a paper how you want it to look like, how you want it to be, depending on the company. Some companies already have a template on how their visuals should to look like, but if you don't, you can go on the internet to get some inspiration, scribble something so that you can save time. So for this one, I will be going with this shape. I think this shape is good. You can decide to go with any shape that you want. You can see there are different shapes. So let's go with this one. Let me see. Then let's show. I think that's the same one I went for the last time. So this is the shape I'm going for. So then I want to let me just do a little organizing on how I want the chart to be look like. You can see how it is, because I already have an idea of how I want my chart to look like. It's already coming together. So as you can see, so I just align everything together. So this is how I want them to be. So when I'm through with this, let's align it more, so you can increase it. Then when you're done, introduce. I like everything to be in a box, not just in shapes like this. So I bring in this same shape that I use here, so that it's going to be uniform. So this is the recently used shape, so I put it in here. Calm down. No, I'm not blocking the charts. So what you're going to do is you can right click and say no fill. So no fill, as you can see. So no fill, we're doing no fill, and let's arrange that. I wish this was a live class. I'm going to be getting a lot of people complaining, oh, I'm stuck. I have a live class already, on a recorded live class. So you want to see how it went, so you can also visit that. So expand this one to fill in the space. So let's expand that. So you see, so when you expand that, the main chart itself, we are going to right click Let me bring it in so that you see what I'm saying. So on your main chart, right click on it. You're going to say outline, go to your outline, no outline. So no outline, we don't want the outline visible. The only line that we have, we want it to be showing is our shape outline. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything it's in there. So let me remove the grid line. So to move these grid lines here so that you don't get confused, you can just go to view, grid lines. So we've taken out the grid lines now. The next thing, so working smart, instead of you bringing a new shape, just Control D, Control D your shape, not the Control D your shape. So when you Control D your shape, you just drag it to the next item. See, and you format this one the same way. Remember, you're going to remove the what's it called, the outline. So we'll make it no outline. So let's fill this with our color first. So let's start filling it with the color. So the color we're using, let's use this. And on the border for this, so we fill the border with the outline rather with orange too. You don't make it a light orange. Can fill the border. Let me see what I used here. What was my border? Okay, my border here was light, so it's thick. Let's reduce the border a bit. So to reduce the texture of your border, I go to width. Let's pick quarter. You can see it's thinner now, so that because the focus is, we're focusing on the chart itself. This one is just to make it appealing, so you don't let your borders to overshine your chart. So why I did that was that so that we can, you know, have a chart. So I can just do Control D here. Let's do Control D here, and we'll bring it in. Is this too thin? Let me increase this border a bit. Let me increase the texture of this border, of this outline. I keep saying border. Let's do, should we do 3/4? Let's do 3/4 and see the weight. Okay, let's do 1. I think 1 is okay. Still thin, right? Let me see, outline. Yeah, I think let's go with this. Let me delete this and Control D. So this is just, I am not going to fast forward this video. This is how it takes to do your visual. Sometimes you might be working, you might not like an item. You will do it until you get the perfect shape that you want. So you keep doing Control D, because work smart. You just have to format it for the first one, and you don't have to do it again for others. You can see. Then you drag this shape down. So let's be fast with the upper part. I'm not going to fast forward this video. I want you to see how it is to actually do it. So let's fit this in. So we need to fit this in more. So this is, we're done with this. So let's move on to the next. So before we move on, the texts are not seen properly. So just click on any of the text and you go to home and you bolding that, you can see. You go to your below part 2 just to make it more visible because it look fainty. You can say seen properly, same thing. Click on inside of the box and bolding it. If you want to increase the font, you can increase the font of your text. And same thing. So now we are through with this upper part. Let's do the same thing for the lower part. What do we do here? Remove the border. Yes, sorry, the outline, still the border. So outline, we say no outline because we don't want it to, you don't want it to overshadow your box. So you put that. So because we were going to be putting text, our title, so let's bring this down. So let's bring them down so that we can put our title. You can see how it is easy to change it. So you can drag it up. You still got enough space. Drag it up so that it's going to be very visible. So same thing you do for this one. Bring it down and bring it down to increase it a bit. Increase it a bit. Increase it. Increase it. So let's take out the outline for this one. Right click, outline. So you go to no outline, click on it. You can see some text are going out, so let's try and adjust that. If you want to remove the grid for this one, you can also remove the grid. Click inside. Just click inside. Okay, see the plus here. Let's try and remove the grid and see how that looks. I think that looks good. If you want to leave yours as with the grid, you can leave yours with the grid. Let me just expand that because we want it to be very visible. So let's give it more space. Let's give our charts more space. The space is much, just a tiny space. So that's good. So the chart is looking good now. So if you want to increase the width of this bar, so just click inside, right click, format data series, the data series or data label, format data series. Yes, you come to the right hand side, you see the bars here. When you reduce it, this is currently on 182. So if I say 150, you can see it makes the width wider. So if you feel that your width is too small, you can increase the width of your bars. So for this one, you go to data, you right click, data series, format data series, and this will come up. You go to the bar side. So let me increase this to 150, reduce it. When you reduce it, it increases. So 150. If you want it thinner, you take it up. So as you can see, the bars are wider now. So next we want to do is to bring in our callouts. So the first callout is, so for the callout we're going to be using text boxes. So you go to insert, then you go to text box. So sometimes you see callout on top of here. It depends on what you want. So these are first text box. So we're going to do so patient first. So patient, you can decide to type it or write it. Patient first. So you can decide to type it or make it dynamic, but let's type it. So patience. So we're going to make these oh, 440 is too much. Let's make this 18, 20. Let's make this 20. Let's broaden that. Now, as you can see, it has white. So we're going to remove this white. So we're going to say no fill. So you come up here and say no fill. So it's just blending. So you can see we do the same thing for the border. Remember, right click. You can right click and do no fill here too, or you can do the no border there. So for the outline, we say no outline. So remember, we are working smart. So just copy this and paste, or you can just Ctrl D. Let's Ctrl D this. Ctrl D is duplicate. So you can duplicate this for the value. So for the patient, now let me show you something. We're going to do dynamic here. For the patient, just do equal to. So stay with me. Equal to, where is the patient? So this is the number of patients. So we are going to put enter. Let's go back to that. So let me take out this. Let me do it from the text, from the formula bar. Equal to, let's do something. So as you can see, it's giving you error when you try to do it dynamic. So because for text box, it's very hard for you to do dynamic. But if you do it from here, you click on, if you do it from the page itself, let's say equal to, then I go to the patients here to bring it in, can see the value. So when you do this dynamic on a cell from another sheet, it goes through, but dynamic on a text box from another sheet, it doesn't go through. So when I do it here, for instance, I do equal to, and I no, the equal to has to be on the chat bar. So highlight here, go to equal to, type equal to, then pick it on the same sheet, then tab, then it shows on your text box. So text box does not allow you to do dynamic from other sheets. It has to be on the same sheet. I hope that makes sense. So for this one, we're going to do it this way, or so sometimes I do it this way. When I do this, so I just make this white, so you will not even know that there's a value there. So this, we did not format this number, so let's go back and format this number. So format painter to put it on in comma. So let's go back to our visual. So our visual is, let's put comma there, then put 0. Sorry, remove the zeros at the back. Say okay. Now let's format that. Let's put it in the middle, increase fonts and all that. So I'm going to do it for everything. Like I said, I'm not going to fast forward this video. I'm going to show you how it is done. So you adjust it. So let me see. I think I use white to differentiate it. Yes. So I use white for the color. So for the text, you go to A here. Then you use white for it to stand out. Adjust accordingly if need be to. I think I should still increase this font. Let's put it on 24. Then let's put this one on 24 too. I think this looks good. Or is it too bold? So for both of them, so for this one, so we want to take this text box, Ctrl D, Ctrl D. So we'll bring this down. So let's just do Ctrl D for everything. Ctrl D. So this is for the second item. This is for the third one. So we have 4 items. Ctrl D. Control D again for the fourth item, under Control D for the fourth item. So for this one, we are having, let me see what I used here. Lung diseases. So for this one, we are having lung diseases. Lung diseases. So that is too long. Let's reduce the text for that box. Let's put it on 20. Increase it. Increase it. Pick it. Still picking 24. Pick 20. Let's Control A inside the box. 20. Let's increase it. So that is it for this one. So for the lung disease, we're going to be doing the same thing. So let's do equal to. So we're going to pick lung disease. Where is the lung disease? Disease type. Is it disease type? Okay, yeah, this one. So we're picking that. 6. So we go to here. And you don't, if you want to do a formula in a text box, you don't do your equal to in the text box, you do it on the formula bar. So you do equal to, and we pick the 6 and we tap enter. You can see once we know our value is in here, we go here to make it invincible. Then you come here, we're working smart, you come to the number here, go to format paint, pick it, and you come here and you pick that. So it automatically gives it all the alignment that the one on top also has. So we do the same thing for this one. So for this one we have I think treatment types, treatment or recovered. Okay, for the next one we have, let's do treatment, because treatment then recovered makes sense that way. Treatment. You can also do dynamic for the names too. Treatment. So for the treatment, it's also big. So this is a treatment. When you're done, you can align it the way you want it. So for the treatment, so let's do equal to on the form. Okay, no, let's first for the equal to here. Let's go to our analysis sheets. Treatment is 4. There were 4 treatment types. Then we come here and we put equal to, and we pick that. So that picks it. Then we make this one white, and we click inside of this one, go to format painter and 4 here. So the next one is recovered. We're going to align it when we're through. I'm trying to be faster now. Recovered. Can we change that font to 20? No, it's not picking until I light it. No problem. So let's pick 20. Let's expand that. This can actually go on 24. I think I'm going to change all to 20. So for the patient, so for this one, I just do equal to, then I go to the sheet 2. I want to pick the recovered. I pick it here, then I tap enter, then I go to recovered here, and I go to my formula bar. I say equal to, then I go up, I pick this number here. You can see this number here is not formatted. Let's format it, comma, then we take out the 2 zeros at the back. If you've not subscribed to my page, please do so. Pick 0. Okay. See, it's done. We're working smart. Go here, format painter, pick it. It aligns everything. Now let's get everything on board. So this is on 24. I think I want to, let's see if we can do this on 24. If it doesn't get out, if it doesn't, we can do it on 22. Okay, let's do it on 22, because I want the text to be close to each other. Let's do that on 22. 22 is fine. This is on 24 and this is on 20. So let's make these 24. So now we are done. So let's align them. There's a way you can bring out the ruler to align everything, but I just do this. So we're trying to align everything together. Then recovered needs to go up because the space is just too much. So this is our callouts. So remember to put this one on white so that nobody knows what you've done. If you've not subscribed to my page, this is the best time. So I'm just going to do the first heading, then I'll just copy the other ones and paste. So for you to put a title on each chart, you just I'm trying to see if there'll be space for if I need to bring it down. But let's add a title first. So you're going to bring in a text box, go to insert, go to text box, you put in your text box. So this is my text box. Why I'm putting in the text box because it's easy for you to move your title around instead of just typing it on the cell. So if you type it in the cell, you're going to be having issues. If you want to adjust, you're going to be copying it. But if you want to adjust when you're through, it's easy for you to just move your text box around. Hope that makes sense. So I'm just going to be copying the text out of what I did here. So how long does, so that it's going to be faster. So I put in here. So you can fill your text box in. You can either right click or you go up. So let's fill our text box with our color. No, that's not a color. What color are we using now? Let's use this now. So let's use this. So let's align this to the middle. Align our text to the middle. Increase the font so that it doesn't look like, oh no, that's too big. When you do that, the focus point is no more on the chart. It's now in your text box. So let's see. Yeah, I think I use that color too, but I think I just want to reduce it more. Yes, so that the focus is not in the text box, it's on the charts. So I think that looks good. So instead of doing a new text box, you just Ctrl D it, you put it right here. You can see this is not aligned. We're going to bring it a bit to align. You can see the beauty of the text box. You can easily move it. Unlike when you just write in the cell, you now start copying your text all over and getting it out. So you make sure that your text box aligns with each other. It just makes everything beautiful. So you see, so let's do for the rest. All chart titles done now. So the next we want to bring is our slicer. So go back to our pivots, analyze, where we analyze our pivot. Can click on any of the pivot table, click inside. So I want to bring in the slicer. So to bring in the slicer, we are going to go to pivot table. Then what you're looking for is insert slicer. So you click on insert slicer. What do you want to, slicer is another word for filter. So I want to filter out on gender. So I pick gender and I click OK. So this is my slicer on gender. So when I have this, I just cut it. Remember, we are taking everything off. Go to visual, we'll paste it. Paste everything. Enable. So this is my slicer now. So now it's blue. No, remember we're working with orange. Depends on your color. But I'm working with blue. So I go up here, I see slicer. And then I look for the color that matches what I'm doing. So I already picked this one. So then I try to adjust it accordingly to fit. Then now I want to create a title. So to create a title, you also bring in a box that looks like, this, so that everything will bring in the shape that you've used before. So I bring in this shape. So that means I still have to extend further a bit so that my shape can. So let's add more lines. So to add more lines, click on the row number 1 here, or anywhere you want to add your line. Pick insert. Let's add more lines to that so that we can extend here also. So let me extend that. Extend this also, so you see the way it is. So then I don't want any filling on this, so right click, no fill. And for the border or for the outline, we want the outline to be the color. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, that looks good. Then align your filter. So let's finish up with the filter first. Sorry, with the slicer. Can extend it so that everything will just align properly. So we want to connect our slicer, which is also your filter, to the chart. When you click on female, and let's connect that. Not everything is connected to the slicer. Pick this. So you right click, then you go to report connections. So let's connect it to all the pivot tables. So I'm connecting everything to the pivot table. So that's good. I click OK. Now when you click, now female is picked. We'll click female. See, everything is changing. So let's pick male. So everything is changing now. So that is how your slicer works. Then let's remove the filter. So slicer done now. So want to impute words into our shape here. You can decide to add the text box or just leave it that way. Let's add the text box in there so that in case we want to move it, to be easy to move around. So I'm just going to copy what I have here. So let me just copy that, then go and paste instead of just writing it all over. So let's increase that font. See 36, and we can decide to, if we want to stick with the font type, you can. Let's do Carry. So you see the way it is. So you can see the borders are showing, the outline is showing. So just click inside, right click and say no outline. You can see now your outline is no longer showing. Why I love text boxes, it's easy to move around. You don't have to rely on the cell to work with. Since I changed the what's it called, the font type here, so I can just come here and change all of them to the same thing, so it's going to be uniform. It even give it some kind of, so that is how visualization is. You keep on working on it until it gives you what you want. So that is longer for that, so let's make that 20. So we can do that as 20. So it looks smaller now. I think I should just leave it the way it was before. So let me just leave that the way it is and just align it. So that's that. So we look at what else can we change. You can see that this is not aligned. We click on it, we try to align it properly. So the next thing is to bring in your shapes. So you can move the patient up like this. So as you can see, the gap there is too much, so you can move this up a bit so that you don't have too much unused spaces, just to line it, try to look better. This one is okay. You can see this is okay. This looks good, looking good. So let's minimize that and see what we've done so far. See how it's looking. So the next thing that you want to put in pictures, because people are attracted to pictures. Even if your chat is talking about, you know, the long disease, you need to put in the long picture, so that at a glance of your dashboard they will know that, oh, this report is on long disease. For people who don't know what you've done, so I will just go to the internet and search long images. Can pick anyone, so we just look for the one to pick. Can actually pick anyone that you want. So my color there is orange. Sometimes I like working with, I like this. I love working with the team color, and also I love working with black and white if I'm not comfortable with the team color. But let's do this one. So I'm going to snipe that. Instead of saving it on the system, I'm just going to take a screenshot of it. So because some of them we can't actually save them because they're stock images, so I just snipe that, then I can save as. So let's save that as longs. So save. So I look for another one. This time around, let's do black and white, or vintage image. Let's look for a vintage image. This one too looks good, but it's blue. I like this one too. I just love something different from the norm. You know, because of the space that we have, putting the whole human body might not really pop out. So let's use this one. I'm sure I've seen any vintage. Oh, see one vintage. See this one. So nice. So let me click on it. This is, oh, I need to buy this one. So let's go back. So let's use this one. So if you got the vintage image, you can actually get. So let's use this one. So we save as longs also. Longs 2. Longs 2. So if you notice, these images actually, they've got background. So what you do is go to this site, remove background on Google. So you click on it. We want to remove the background of the image. So let's upload our image now. So we go to where did we save it? I think I saved it on download. So I just click on longs with the S. So that's the first one. Click on it. Currently popping. Then now it's done, I just download it. So it's done now. I just click download, preview. So now it has downloaded the first one. I go back. So I want to upload the second one. Then I can now import both of them. So upload the second one, longs 2. So it's uploading now. So now it's done. So I download it, click on download. So that's it. Then I go back to the data sets. Which one are we working with? This one. So these are data set. Then to bring in your images, go to insert pictures. We don't want it in cell, we want it over the cell. So you go to place over cell, then this device. So go bring in our two images. So we go to download. So our pictures is in download. So we pick the two of them at once. Click OK. So these are images. You can see they're behaving like twins, but let's separate them. So you decide, I think I want to put this one down. So you minimize and you fix into your empty space. See it there? So that's why I said I would have preferred this a proper black and white image, but that one is still looks good. So I put this. I love putting something close to the theme color, so you can get better image online. Remove the background. I fixed in there. When I was doing the preview for this class, you can see I used something blue and also orange because the table got blue and orange. And below here I used something close to a vintage, as you can see. So I'm a vintage person. So that's it. So when you're done, just tidy up what you've done, because you'll be sending out this report, right? So let's tidy up. So from the V, we'll just press down the shift control, then your right key. So I'm going to hide everything here. Hide. See? So I'll just bring in the U a bit closer. So you see how it is. Then you can do the same thing for the up, but let's leave that. Then you go to view and let's remove the formula bar and the heading. You see the way it is, so nice. You can decide to remove these lower parts the same way you did for these columns. Hope this was helpful. We've come to the end of the class. Hope I'm not missing out on anything. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, why haven't you subscribed yet? Please do so. Share this out to a beginner, and let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment section. Do you want more tutorials like this in terms of Power BI, in terms of other aspects of data analysis? I'll do well. I always love doing Excel because I, for one, do more of Excel, because when you send out your report, people tend to understand because they're used to Excel and Power BI. So let me know if you want a full tutorial on Power BI too. See ya. Take care. Bye. Subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye.